What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Classic WoW video for Season of Discovery. Now, today I'm doing episode number 1 in my brand new Goldmaking series for Phase 2 of Season of Discovery. Now, in this video I'll be talking about gold farms from Phase 1 that are still relevant, as this video will be going public before Phase 2 comes out, and I guess that just makes sense, that way you can start doing some gold farming now if you want to, before Phase 2 comes out. For the remainder of this video series, which is going to be 10 videos long, we're covering multiple different farms like raw gold farms, the best gold farms, professional farms, and just flips and tips and tricks to make gold in Phase 2. If you want to have access to every single video in this video series right now, you can get that by having my Classic WoW gold making guide. Every single video, there's 10 of them, are currently available to anyone who has this guide. By purchasing this guide, you get 134 pages of gold making info, a lot of farms, investments, professional advice, gold making stuff, access to a private Discord server, and every single update sent to you for free. Now make sure to join the Discord after buying the guide. That is where you will have early access to these 10 videos. Well, I guess 9 videos, because this 1 plus 9 equals 10. And in Phase 1 we had over 20 videos in early access. The plan is to replicate that in Phase 2, so if you want to have access to every single gold making, gold farming, investing video, all of those things that I'm making, then you will get access to those before they go public by having this guide. Plus, you're supporting me at the same time, so if you want to support me plus make more gold, check it out, the links will be down below. Now, once again, today we're covering farms from Phase 1 that will still be relevant in Phase 2, and I think we'll start this off with the really obvious, Swift Thistle farming. Swift Thistles will retain their values in Phase 2 as well, just like they have in Phase 1, and it's an item that will always be in demand no matter which phase we are in. As you can see, their current price on my server is 23 silver each, and they will simply keep going up from here. They will keep going up because demand is staying the same, and they will go up with the inflation. So I can see them going for 30 to 40 silver at some point in Phase 2, then 50 plus in Phase 3, and so on. The main reason for this is that they are used in Thistle tea for rogues, they're also used in swim speed potions, and a bunch of other things. Once again, the main thing though I think will be the Thistle tea for rogues, but also once again the swim speed potions and the regular speed potions. They're just used in a bunch of things that will always be in demand no matter which phase we are in, and the fact that they're used in Thistle tea potions or Thistle tea, the rogue consumables to get energy back, it just makes them really useful, because anything that is used in a consumable that is used in raiding will always be in high demand in Classic WoW. Now, where can you farm Swift Thistle? I'm going to show you several locations, and my personal favorite is in Loch Modan. As you can see, the entire route is basically circled out here, so follow this route. That's all you have to do. It's super simple. So follow the route. If you're a druid, then having swim speed to swim to the islands will help you a little bit, but literally any class can do this. If I had to give like 3 classes that can probably do it better than anyone else, it's going to be Druid, Shaman, and Hunter. Shamans probably shouldn't farm in Loch, but it's up to you. And the reason why is that you have a movement speed increase, so you can do the lap a little bit faster than everyone else. That being said, at level 40 we do get mounts, so how much faster you are isn't really, like, at level 14 doesn't really matter too much. You can also farm this in Dark Shore, as you can see right here. That's a little bit of a bigger route, and there's not that many Briarthorns or Mage Royals across the entire zone, so for me I would always pick Loch Modan over Dark Shore. And we also have this one right here for the Barrens to give the Horde some love as well. So you can see right here there's 2 different circles. You can either incorporate both of them into one big lap around the entire Barrens, or you can only focus on the northern part of the Barrens or the southern part of the Barrens. Another farm from Phase 1 that is still going to be relevant in Phase 2 is going to be Strangle K farming, and this one isn't really Phase 1 specific. It's just that we were able to farm this in Phase 1 by doing laps in Westfall, for example. We could farm it in Stonetalon Mountains, we could farm it in Darkshore. It's really easy to farm this in Darkshore and even Ashenvale, I don't really know why. We can even get a lot of them in the Barrens by swimming like around this place, and then south, and then going back up again. You can pick up a bunch of them. That being said, when Phase 2 comes out, we get access to more zones. We have, for example, Feralass. You can farm them on the outside there, even though there are high level 40 mobs in Feralass, so you probably don't want to. We could farm them in wetlands, so you still can farm them in wetlands as well. We have Dustwallow Marsh, really easy to farm over here. Even like there's no aggressive mobs until you get really far north here, so Strangle K can be farmed so easily in Dustwallow. That being said, in Phase 2, Stranglethorn Vale becomes a really central place, and you can see you can farm a bunch of them in Stranglethorn Vale, so you might be better off farming them in Stranglethorn Vale, but it's a material from Phase 1 that is still worth farming in Phase 2, because it's used in so many crafts that will be relevant in Phase 2. Just to show a couple of them, we have Elixir of Agility. That's going to be the main one, by the way, but Elixir of Agility and also Nature Protection Potion also requires one, and we have the Free Action Potion also requiring one, so they're using a bunch of stuff that will still be used in Phase 2 as well. Now, farm number 3 that will also retain its value when Phase 2 comes out, and probably could even go up in price, like even get more value when Phase 2 comes out, is Magic Dust farming. This is only done in Westfall, so if you're playing Horde, I'm guessing these will be selling for even more for you guys than it is for me, but it's selling for 1.40 gold each, so like 1 gold 40 silver. I'm guessing if you're playing Horde, I would double this price, or 2 gold plus. It's really annoying to farm, but as you can see, what it does is it puts that enemy target to sleep for up to 30 seconds. Any damage caused will awaken the target. Only one target can be asleep at one time. It's an instant CC. Don't have to cast anything, it's instant, and I don't think I have to like talk you through why that's important. Stranglethorn Vale PvP event coming in Phase 2. It's a free-for-all event, so like there's going to be so much blood happening in Stranglethorn Vale that having a way to escape combat or even like protect yourself is going to be massive. It's also used in pre-mades. If you're doing pre-mades, we have done Warzone Gulch in Phase 1, we have confirmation that we're doing Arthur Basin in Phase 2, so still, there's going to be a bunch of demand for Magic Dust in Phase 2, and they will just go up in price now that nobody's doing Westfall anymore, so I can see these going up in price quite significantly, because people will not be in Westfall as much as we currently are. So these ones, once again, really, they're going to keep having a high demand in Phase 2 as well. And based on that, I've been out and farming these guys a little bit recently, and I want to come to you guys with my results. So first of all, we can go to Wowhead, take a look here at where they spawn. So these are their spawn places. So like you can see, they spawn in very certain locations in Westfall, and based on this, we can make an even better image of roughly where every single one spawns. So inside every single circle here, there's going to be at least one Dust Devil spawn inside every single circle. So whenever you are farming in Westfall, make sure you're hitting every single circle that you can see on the screen right now. Make your own route if you want to, based on the circles as you see them. I have also made a suggestion, and the way I'm farming this, it looks like this. So once again, pulling up the circle, you can see the circles right here, plus my map. So my map are basically so that you will hit every single circle while doing the farm. So for me, I just do this farm in kind of a circular fashion. As you can see, I'm doing it on repeat in an 8, kind of like a vertical 8. And every now and then I'm going down bottom to the circle at the bottom in the southeast as well. I usually try to incorporate that circle once every single lap, so when I'm at the bottom of the vertical 8, I just take a trip down to the circle, then go back up again, and continue my route as usual. It's kind of weird, but it works, and at the moment in Phase 1 I'm making about 15 gold per hour doing this, but that being said, about 10 gold per hour comes from the Magic Dust, and then 5 gold per hour comes from farming Swift Thistles, so you can actually combine this by farming Briarthorn and Mage Royale in Westfall. So the best way to farm this one is by having Herbalism on the character you're farming, doing laps as you can see right now on the screen, and pick up every single Mage Royale and Briarthorn that you find while mainly hunting for the Magic Dust from the Dust Devils. Now, the Magic Dust will be very RNG, like you can make 30 gold per hour one time, then 5 gold per hour next time. It is very RNG. They have about a 5 to 7% drop chance or something like that, so yeah, really RNG heavy on that one, but it's a really good farm overall, and once again, this is the way that I'm personally farming it. In addition to that, every single rune from Phase 1 that has a BOE item attached to it will still be relevant in Phase 2 as well. Just to give you a couple of examples, for example, the Auto Shredder salvages in Stone Talon, like all the way up here. you can still farm those in phase 2 and make some gold. You have the Dark Iron Ordnance from, for example, Wetlands. They will be easier to solo now, but you can still do them in a group up at Dunmother, and over here as well, you can still do those. And the reason why is that when phase 2 comes out, a bunch of new people might join the game, people might level new alts as well. They still want to get those runes from back in the day, and still do those farms, and get those BOEs. And when you're doing an alt in phase 2, you would rather spend gold for the BOEs and get those runes than doing the farms yourselves. There's a couple of runes that you can get really early on as well, like for example, druids can loot a flower in Teldrassil to get a rune, and you can actually put this on the auction house, the flower. So if you want to just take some laps around Teldrassil, farm that flower as a druid, you can do that and put it on the auction house. You can even make like the glade and put that on the auction house as well. Hunters have a certain type of meat that they have to farm for and then put out for a rune. I think it's a carve rune, right? You have to put some meat on a trap. Not every hunter wants to farm that meat themselves. They would rather buy it on the auction house because once again, that meat, it's tradable. So the meat you can actually farm for, put on the auction house and hope it sells. And rogues have a pickpocket rune. I don't know where that one is for the Horde, but for Alliance it's in Elven Forest. So you have to pickpocket gnolls, and you have to pickpocket the vermins over here, and you get an item from pickpocketing that you can actually put on the auction house, and it leads to a rune. So every single BOE attached to runes you can still farm for from phase 1 when phase 2 comes out as well. Either way, those are some farms you can do in phase 2 that are technically phase 1 farms that will retain their value when phase 2 comes out. Alternatively, do them now before phase 2 comes out. Either way, that's the video for today. Once again, if you want to have early access to all the 9 other videos in this series, check out my gold guide, the link will be down below. Plus you get like a bunch of other gold making info as well at the same time. Hopefully you're as excited about phase 2 as I am, and I'm going to be playing phase 2 on stream, so if you want to come by and say hello and watch me play, well, the link to my Twitch is in the video description. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. By the way, remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Yes.